All right, so it's another day and we're working on the Forester again. And I let it sit for probably about a couple days, and the dye tracer that I put in the coolant ended up working out for the best for me because I found the leak in two places. First leak was on the upper radiator hose. The clamp wasn't working properly to clamp to the crossover pipe. The second one was the water pump, and the water pump was leaking from one of the bolts. So I decided to take off the water pump, and this is what we found. Okay, so here's the water pump. You can see this is where the tracer dye bled down towards the bottom, and it was leaking right from here. You can see there is no gasket right there at all, and this is just a cheap paper gasket that was used on a cheap water pump, possibly from a parts store. And tech tip, you never use auto store parts for a Subaru cooling system. You never use an auto parts store water pump. You never use an auto parts store thermostat. This is a fail-safe thermostat. This is a prime example why you don't use anything but Subaru OEM for your cooling system. Look at how small that thermostat is, and look how small that element is that detects the temperature. Here is the Subaru one. Big difference. Side by side. Part store, Subaru. And on my website, I tell you guys again and again, do not skimp on your cooling system for your Subaru. This is a reason why. This is a fail-safe. This was actually opened all the way. It's a 170-degree thermostat. This is a Subaru thermostat. Cost me $18, and I'll link it in the description. $18 for this. And it's a lot better, a lot bigger, and has a lot bigger temperature element right here. This and this are garbage. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to replace the gasket on here, which I already have a brand new water pump gasket for. So that's your tech tip here. Don't use parts store stuff on your Subaru. This is what you should be using. And if you have any doubts, a Subaru water pump will say Subaru right there. And that doesn't say Subaru. Doesn't even tell where it's made. I'm thinking this is probably a Value Craft or something like that, something from AutoZone or O'Reilly's or something like that. So unfortunately, it's the reality of it, and it's likely what contributed to the overheating on the vehicle.